Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. How you doing? It's been a while. Quite some time, in fact, since our last episode that I made on here. A lot of things have happened in that time. I think it's probably about 7 months if I had to really guess of how long it's been, just 7 months, I think. It's been a while without an episode, is my point. And, I've had things to talk about. Things that I've wanted to talk about, to discuss, and everything like that. And I just haven't, for some reason. I don't really know why, but I'm wanting to change that now. So, a lot has happened since we've last spoke together. And this is just going to be, a talky episode as we do our grinding around the Guardian farm, which has probably changed a lot since you've last saw it in a video. I still stream on it pretty often, but it's been a while in a video anyway. But let's start with this. So, there's a lot of things I want to talk about here, and in no particular order. I'm just going to start right out and, fill you in what's been going on. So, the very first thing I want to talk about today is I recently went to Las Vegas. I was in Las Vegas for a little over 2.5 weeks, and it was an absolutely incredible and amazing time. It was pretty cool. I stayed at the Stratosphere, which is a pretty nice hotel. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that online, but I'm going to do it anyway. Anyway, stayed at the Stratosphere, which was a very nice hotel. I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, 2.5 weeks. Got in there about 1 a.m. I don't know what day, but got in there 1 a.m. I saw many shows. I think I saw every single Cirque du Soleil show that there is there in Vegas. So that would be Mystère. That would be the Beatles show, the Michael Jackson show. O at the Bellagio. What else was there? Ka at the MGM Grand. And I think there's one more here I was forgetting. It'll come to me. I'm sure it will. It'll come to me. But, yeah. So went there, saw all those different shows. Saw Penn and Teller, saw Chris Angel, saw David Copperfield, all of which were fantastic, except for Chris Angel, but we're not going to go into that right now. I just think he's, very pompous and a jackass, so that's probably why I didn't enjoy it too much. What's next? I went and experienced things there that I've never thought that I was going to do. Things that I always wanted to do, things that I always wanted to try, and just never really did till this trip anyway. For example, I went skydiving. That was an absolutely incredible feeling. You go in, and I'm scared to death of heights, so this was a big step for me. I'm in the helicopter. I'm above the Grand Canyon, which I've never ever seen as well. Something I've always wanted to see. In the Grand Canyon. I'm seeing it from a face-down perspective for the very first time. Let me just tell you that this feeling, what I saw, how just like epic it looks, was amazing. It is such a breathtaking view, and if you've never gone to the Grand Canyon, I highly recommend you go, because, like I said, it is just beautiful. So, I told the instructor, look, hey, I'm not going to want to jump out of this perfectly good airplane. He's like, oh, that's not a problem. I was like, what do you mean it's not a problem? He's like, oh, it's not a problem. So it's like, okay, sure, we'll trust him. I'm latched on his back. I'm latched all four ways to the instructor because it is my first time, and they do not let like newbies do it, kind of thing, which is very logical for me and understandable. I respect that. So I'm all harnessed in. We're in. We're just taking this great view of the Grand Canyon from the airplane, or the helicopter, sorry. And it's a hell of a view, I gotta say. Really was. Absolutely hell of a view. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't really looking for it. I wasn't ready for it or anything like that. Green light came on, and he's just like, all right, we're in the drop zone, time to go. He jumps out the plane. I'm attached to him. So immediately, I go with him. Pretty obvious. I go with this guy. I was like flailing for a couple seconds, and then I was like, oh, wow. Wow. This really is not that bad. This is such an incredible feeling. The wind under your face. You're looking straight down at the Grand Canyon. And for a brief moment, you forget about life. You forget about everything that's going on, all the woes, the troubles, the fears, and you're just falling. The cord is pulled, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 seconds later. I don't know the exact duration of time it was. And you start gliding down after free falling. You never really get that feeling from anything else. Like, there's absolutely nothing like it. I don't know if I'd ever want to do it again. I've done it once. It was a great feeling. But I was so happy to be back on the ground when we glided in. I walked to the edge. I saw the Grand Canyon from that view. Fantastic. Absolutely 100% fantastic. I went to a gun range, and as a person who does not like to fire guns, or rarely fires guns, I should say, I've fired a pistol and a shotgun. I was allowed to shoot a minigun, a Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle, and an AR-15 assault rifle. Yeah, I know. That's a lot of fucking power. I got instructional advice on how to hold the gun, how to fire it, and all that stuff like that. It was really, really cool. They had to do a psych evaluation before they would give me the gun, which I understand that, You got to make sure you're not nuts and handling weapons. I get that. And so we did it. I fired all the weapons that I wanted to. I thought it was pretty cool. I really did. And, yeah. Full riot gear. Never wore that before. Never experienced anything like that before. It was really crazy. We need to fill this, don't we? Yeah, we do. Shoot. Okay. Oops. Then I was allowed to drive, not to drive, but I was in the cockpit, I guess, is what you call it, of a NASCAR car. A NASCAR. Yeah, NASCAR. That's what it is. I was in the car. We were going around the track. That was pretty epic. It gave me much more respect for the guys that do that. I no longer think, oh, he's just making another left turn. No. You're experiencing some serious G-force when you're doing that. And it was a pretty fun time, not gonna lie. It was pretty damn fun. At least I had fun doing it. A lot of fun. And then I was able to drive a Bugatti. Really nice car. Absolutely beautiful. Not for very long, but damn, was it a rush. I went to a zombie burlesque show. That was pretty epic. I got extremely drunk that night, honestly. They gave Jello shots in the show, and I already been drinking before that, so did get drunk a little bit. It's fine. It was a very well put together show. It was like a Broadway show, very just enticing all over the place. The girls, for the most part, were wearing pasties very rarely. What did it, slip behind that? And were they totally, not naked, but braless, I guess? So, it wasn't very much of like a strip show or anything like that, and I didn't really anticipate it to be. But I'd never been to a burlesque show, and I didn't know what to expect, Didn't know if it was totally nude or topless or what. It was pretty cool. Went to a strip club there. That was also pretty cool. I'm not too big on strip clubs, honestly. I went. It's an experience. It's meh. I'm more of a hands-on kind of person, and for the most part, they really don't let you do that unless you pay a little bit of extra. So, strip club. You get to see topless women dance around a pole, and you get to put, singles, dollar bills in their jean string. What more could you expect? What more could you expect? Nothing, actually. That's exactly what I expected. Drinks were nice. We got driven there in a limo. It was like a 2-drink minimum or whatever in order for them to pick you up in the limo. But it was cool. It was really cool. I liked it. All the shows, went exploring, went to Fremont, which is like downtown Las Vegas. Just had like a, good time there, where I met a couple of dancers, I'm going to call them. They were wearing pasties when I met them at the time, honestly. And I ended up going out to dinner with them and their one friend, it was really cool, actually. Got to hang out with them and see, if they were actually, like, what my opinion thought of them, I guess. I thought they were just going to be girls that were tapped out, they were still in their prime, and so they were just trying to make money kind of thing. But no, they're trying to work their way through college, so you can't really judge a book by its cover. It's safe to say it's, pretty simple concept, but a lot of people do not get that concept. We should get sponges, right? Yeah. But overall, a very good time in Vegas. I got my tattoo finally, which I may or may not put put it in the description. I don't know. We'll see. See if I remember to do that or not. But overall, a fantastic freaking time. And it was really like a trip to Soul Search. I had been totally clueless as the last video I made in this series anyway. I was totally clueless, not a freaking clue in the world what the hell I wanted to do. And it didn't really help, honestly. Vegas didn't help all that much. Like, it helped me put things in perspective, but it didn't really sit me down and tell me, hey, this is what you want to do for the rest of your life. It didn't do that, and I was hoping for it, but it didn't happen. And I think that's just about all to say about Vegas. What I did realize from it, although I didn't realize, the actual job I want, I think I realized the job that I'm going to go for, and that is to be a physical therapist. It'll take about 6 years of schooling, but I intend to start this next couple coming weeks and get my life on the road and actually have something to show for it. So I think that'll be really good for me to get back to school to, just hang out with people my own age again and all that good stuff. I think it'll really help me in terms of I am very lazy, and it will make me so I do not procrastinate. I'm hoping, anyway, or I'll procrastinate more and be stressed out about it. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that it will grant new experiences and just a new way of living, essentially. Maybe it will even break my video game addiction. I don't know. Whatever happens, happens, though, kind of thing. Yeah. So, that is totally it about Vegas. There is nothing more to add about that. But the next topic I want to get into is, it's about failure. I really want to talk about failure. Now, that may come as a weird twist to you guys, I guess. Like, why is he wanting to talk about that? It seems like a weird topic, but I think it's quite important, actually. I think it's one of the most imperative topics that you could really talk about. It's more specifically how failure is going to help me. I've never sat down, I've never willingly admitted that I failed. Never done it. And this will be the first time with you guys right here on YouTube. I'm admitting that I failed. I'm admitting that I have failed in past tense relationships. I am admitting that I have never really had a successful relationship, and part of the fact is due to me. I am admitting that I have always been this kind of standalone guy, do what you want for yourself kind of guy, and put others second. Well, see, with doing this, it really does hurt your relationships. Yes, you need to put yourself forward above everything, but you have to have compromises. You have to have compromises, you have to have respect for the other person, and you have to be willing and able to listen. Because if you are not able to listen, you're not able to communicate, and the relationship goes poorly from there. I know now more intent listening is imperative. You just cannot have a relationship if you do not listen to the other person. You have to have boundaries. You can't willingly do whatever you'd like. You have to set limits. And I get that now. I really do. It makes a lot of sense to me. And it's, a shame I never realized it while I was in my long-term relationship things or whatever you want to call them. Any real relationship that I was in, honestly. I had the same issue. And I've been dating for 9 years now. So, that's definitely a thing. I'm admitting that I have failed in another way. I'm admitting that I never really accomplished what I set out to do. In high school, I had such high admiration, such high hopes, and so many things that I wanted to accomplish. I threw it under the bridge, and it became muck after a while. I really was not challenged until my junior and senior year of high school, and even then, I skated by with the help of my girlfriend at the time. I skated by, like so many people do. I went and took the SAT, the ACT, I got good scores on those, and, life looked positive, but I decided to take a foolish choice and take a year off of school. That year quickly became 2 and now 3 years that I have been out of school. That I I've taken a few classes here and there online, but I was never really committed. Never really committed saying, okay, let's buckle down. Let's fucking do this. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Until recently. And now I'm thinking that's all I'm thinking in my head. Let's buckle down. Let's do this. Stop pussyfooting around. What are you waiting for? The world is not just going to hand you your dream job if you don't work for it. That's not a thing. The world is not going to sit there and allow you to live without without giving back. It's just not. It seems, pretty blatantly obvious, but it wasn't to me. It still is not. I don't want to go back to school, but I know if I want to have a bright future, I have to sit down and get through it. I have to buckle down, experience all that comes with it, and take it head on. I'm admitting I have failed in a relationship with my parents. I'm admitting that, as a rebellious teenager, probably 14 through 19, easy, and even now, I have defied everything they've said. Every last bit. They knew things were right. They were, around, obviously, for a lot longer. They've been through this. I knew they were right all along, and I never listened to them. I'm admitting I failed there. Above all, I'm admitting that I failed what dreams I really wanted to accomplish. That I gave up. That I wanted life to just give me things. That I wanted everything to just work out. I'm admitting I had no drive, no self-awareness in order to do it myself. I hang out with people online for the most part. Obviously I have friends in real life, but I do hang out a lot with people online. And it's been the same people through the course of not 6 years. It's probably been about 3 or 4 years or so that we started, hanging out on a daily basis in like TeamSpeak and playing the games with each other and stuff like that. It's been a thing. It really has. I think these are some really nice people and people that I will continue to hang around with for the foreseeable future. However, I've seen their jobs. I've seen their day-to-day lifestyle, and it's really made me want to do better. There are some guys in there that are older, and they are quite content with their life, and that's great for them. I'm happy. But seeing their life, I'm not content with living that kind of lifestyle. I'm not content with sitting here, my head in the ground, and not fixing it. I'm not content with that. And so, in a strange way, these people that I met through Minecraft, predominantly, some on League, some on Minecraft, some on other games, but I've seen them. I've talked with them over these past couple years, and that's not me. That's not what I want to do. And I regret that it's taken me this far, this long, to realize all this information, that I need to shut the fuck up, stop caring so much, and stop looking at other people's lives and focus on my own. It seems like such a simple concept to some of you, I'm sure. You all have life figured out, you have it by the cusps, and you want You just want to do it. You know exactly what you want to do, and you've known for years, and that is fantastic for you. I envy you. I really do. But now, having said this, knowing that I've failed and knowing what I'm going to do about it, I think it's helped me. I think it has really helped me and will shape me further as I go on. How to really deal with this. Not really how to give advice on it, but how to tell what worked for me. How to share, this is the kind of thing that happened, and it can happen to me, you, anyone, just as easy. Where you have no drive, you feel there's no reason to carry on even. And I think I found my drive. I know that I do not want to do this job that I'm in for the rest of my life. I know that in order for me to be happy, I need to make more money. Money is not happiness, and vice versa, but it does help. It does help me do the things I want to do in order to really be happy. I want to venture the world. I want to explore. I want to help people and volunteer throughout the world. And I want to just be able to say, hey, I did it. No one else was able to do the same way I did it. And I want to say, look, I accomplished something. I actually did something with my life. I think beyond without a doubt, wow, that was a really weird phrasing of that. Without a doubt, it's like Canadian, but like Minnesota, whatever. I think without a doubt, my failures have changed me for the better. I think that when the next relationship comes along, I will give it 110% from the very start. I will listen more adamantly, respect those who I come in contact with, and really find a reason in order to grind through this. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this so that I can live the life that I want. And I'm doing this on my own accord. It has taken me years to see that no one else can do it for me. I have to do it for myself, for no one else, just me. And even though I said something similar in the last video, I wasn't ready. Not like now. So, as of July, I'm going back to school. I'm going back, and I want to experience the entire thing. I'm going to live every single day while I'm in the school without a worry. Maybe stressed at times, but without a worry, inevitably. And finally, I am just going to be the person I was always designed to be. The person that I should have been years ago, and just was too stupid, too lazy to do anything about it. And that's all going to change. From here on out, I'm not going to let anything get in the way of doing exactly what I want to do. Going back to school. I've even went and downloaded an app I never thought I would. And I am going to take my life by the balls with both hands and fuck it as hard as possible. No more getting fucked by life. I want to fuck it. And that's where we're going to end it today. That's exactly how I want you to see it, and hope that this has helped you realize that, hey, I am wasting my life. Or, hey, I need to do something about this. But it's helped me. And I wanted to share that all with you. Because if I do not, and I'm able to help just one person with this story, help them get geared towards life, whether it be a younger person, an older person, it doesn't matter. We're all in this together. And there's nothing that you can't accomplish if you want it bad enough. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember what I said. Have a good day. Bye-bye.